Hi everyone, it's Jamie here from the Binary Destroyer. Now today's date is the 28th of May 2019 and it's another trading week. Now first of all, I'd like to apologise if you hear a little bell in the background. My partner has brought a 6-week-old kitten and it's got attachment issues with me. When I'm trading, it's sitting there hovering around my feet. So I do apologise if you hear a bell. Now in today's video, we're going to be covering the 1 and 4 hour time frame with the Binary Destroyer 6.0. Now a lot of BD members are trading the Binary Destroyer on the higher time frames and they're having great success with it. So basically in this video, I want to cover that, go over some trades, some good trades, bad trades, and how well the Binary Destroyer does perform on the higher time frames. Now when you're trading the higher time frames, it's a bit more relaxed and easier way of trading because you've got more time to do your analysis before getting into trades. Now I am a scalper, I like quick in and out trading, especially trading the 1 and 5 minute charts. Now a lot of traders can say that's very volatile, very noisy, and very fast paced trading. Not a lot of traders like trading at that sort of pace because they find themselves either getting into trades early or getting into trades late, and ultimately they end up just rushing their trading. So when you're trading the higher time frames, it's a bit more relaxed, easy going. You've got more time to do your analysis. Is this a good setup? Is it not? Before you actually look to get into a trade, especially when you're trading the higher time frames, the 1 hour, 4 hour, or even daily. You've got pretty much like 1 or 2 hours before you need to get into a trade. Now I've got Euro USD loaded up here on the 1 hour time frame. And I've also got naked price action on the 4 hour time frame on the same currency pair. As you can see, top left corner, it says Euro USD 1 hour and Euro USD 4 hour. Now I'm going to be simulating the AND strategy here on the 1 hour and then using the 4 hour to draw my support and resistance and show you if they're good setups or not. Now the good thing about the AND strategy is it will only give me a signal when an arrow appears outside the zone. So you can actually get the Binary Destroyer to send you a signal to your phone or to an email when you get an arrow outside the zone. Now the good thing about that is when you're trading the higher time frames is it gives you, it obviously sends you a signal to your phone, and then you've got maybe 1 hour, 2 hours to do your analysis to get into a trade. So the good thing about this is which I don't think the BD members realize, is you can have the AND strategy set up on maybe 20 currency pairs. Wait till you get a signal sent to your phone. Well, when you get a signal, you know an arrow has appeared outside the zone, and then you can load up that currency pair either on your phone or on a laptop, or if you're at home, and then do your analysis to see if it's a trade you want to get into. So what we'll do now is we'll simulate every single trade, every single AND signal that appears, and then we will simulate or do my analysis exactly how I would be if this was live or if I was getting the signal sent to my phone. So yeah, let's begin. Obviously I've got the Binary Destroyer set up on the 1 hour time frame. This is, you can't see, from the 28th of February. So I'm just going to speed this up here because this is a 1 hour time frame. I've got to use a lot of tick data. So I want to get rid of Euro USD. Forget that. That's because there's live charts at the minute. As you can see here, this is a live trading as it happens. You can see Euro USD is moving. Right, okay, so let's just carry on here. So the good thing is about the AND strategy is, yeah, like I said, it will give us only an arrow when it appears outside the zone. Now, weirdly, you only ever get around 6 or 7 price patterns when you get an arrow outside of the zone. Now those price patterns are either double tops, double bottoms, lower highs, higher lows, lower lows, or higher highs, and then occasionally you'll get a random spike where news is hit, where you'll get something like this. You'll get a random spike, an arrow on top. Now I normally avoid those trades is because you're trading around news, and the last thing you want to be doing is buying or selling the market when you have a sudden spike in the market. But all the other signals, great, because they normally appear around price action. But we'll get into some trades and I'll show you them as we go. like I said, this would be exactly how I would be trading if this was live, if I had the buy and shoyer, you know, or set on the 1 hour charts, which is something I plan to do very soon. In fact, there we go. Okay, I think we might get a signal here. Okay, hold on. No signal yet. No. Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. Right, I almost knew that I knew this. How did I know that? Because you always get a green, red, green. So you can see the green, red, green, red. So, okay, would I get into this trade? Now, imagine this. I've got the buy and shoyer sent me a signal to my phone. I would obviously open my phone up or open my laptop, or if I was at home, I would look at this trade now and I go, first of all, let's go to the 4 hour charts. Have I got some kind of resistance area at this zone? Now, I can't actually, funny enough, see anything because half of this data is missing. So I've got to do my own analysis because unfortunately, look, I can't go back in time because I haven't got enough tick data. So let me just load up an RSI and I just want to have a look to see what the momentum is saying in the market, okay? Okay, so first of all, okay, I quite like this trade a lot just by looking at the momentum in the market. What I mean by that is by looking at the RSI, it's a momentum oscillator. So it's telling me how strong the momentum is in the market. And as I can see on the 4 hour charts, okay, if I go to the setup here, okay, notice how price makes higher highs. Okay, so you can see this kind of trend line. Okay, we had a high, then we had a higher high, and then we had another higher high. But if you actually look at the RSI, okay, we made a higher high up to this point here, okay, but on this point when price action went higher, the momentum went lower, which tells me the market is looking to slow down, the momentum is slowing down, and we're looking to reverse. So again, you can see it more clearly on the 1 hour charts. You can see price was heading up, momentum was going down, and we got a perfect and signal. So I'd actually take this trade. How I would take this trade is I'd probably pop my stop loss maybe around this area here, which is around 35 pips, targeting probably the next low, which is here. If I just bring this up here, so I believe this is a hold on, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It is around a 26. I'll bring it up just a little bit, so round it up. Okay, 28 pip stop loss, targeting at around 65 pips or 60 pips. So this is a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, meaning I'm risking 1% to make 2% back on my account. So let's just see what happens. Like I said, I don't actually know what happens here. I hope it wins. Okay, price pulls down, okay. And eventually what happens here, price just goes sideways, okay. We are chopping around. Okay, stop loss has been hit. Okay, not to worry. So my stop loss had been hit here. Now, funny enough, if I actually had my stop loss, my take profit a little bit higher, it would have hit profit. It went to around 51 pips, so I was 10 pips off my take profit here. Now what you can do in a situation like this is actually use a trailing stop loss. So instead of having a preset stop loss, a preset take profit, you can actually bring a trailing stop into play to lock in those profits. Now even though I lost this trade by 10 pips, I might have brought my trade into profit, bringing me kind of profit as it is. You see, what I would have maybe done if this was live is obviously bring my stop loss down to break even, where for me it would become a risk-free trade. I'm either going to make money or break even. But we'll, just for the purpose of this, we say we lost this trade, okay? So we'll carry on, we'll see what happens. I still say that was a good trade. That was a good trade. If I look at the 4 hour, okay, you can see we do still continue up. Oh no, look, you see we're starting to reverse now. Look at the momentum slowing down. Look at this. So look at the momentum slowing down in the RSI. So we are looking to eventually turn in the market. So we'll speed this up a little bit. I'll just delete my lines here and we'll carry on. Just speed it up a little bit more, see if we can get some. All the time I'll be looking at the 4 hour. Notice how we come down now. You can see it perfectly, that the momentum switching on this, look, almost like we were literally 10 pips off getting into a big trade down here. I mean, we were almost, just from the sake of 10 pips, we could have caught 251 pips, which is annoying in trading, but you know, it is what it is. Where was that initial trade? It was here, wasn't it? Was it here? Yeah, it was here. So, you know, oh, it is what it is, isn't it? You can't win them all. Okay, we come back down. Okay, price is trending down massively now. Okay, we come up. Oh, in fact, stop. That was a signal. Okay, would I take this trade? If this was live again, just imagine the signal was sent to my phone. Now, what I would probably do now is I would use a trading stop on this occasion, considering if I use a trading stop on the last trade, we would have actually made some money instead of having a fixed stop loss. Okay, so first of all, I can almost see we're in a pullback at the minute. We are just in a pullback on the higher time frames, okay? So you can see the initial, you know, if I'll just draw it slightly, you can see the initial uptrend, and then we break below. Hold on. And then we break below here. So obviously we are now trending down. And then we've got a small pullback, which is to this support area here. Okay, I like to draw areas of support just because it makes it more easier. As you can see, we've got a nice area here, touch, another touch here. So basically this is a pullback to the support resistance area. You can see here, trend down, pull back to this support or resistance area, which is now, and then we look to target down here. So I would again take this setup. I would probably I don't quite like this big green candle, so if this was my initial trade, I'd probably have my stop loss above the support, the resistance area at the top here, which is, what's this, around 15 pips. So I'd probably, my target would be here, but what I would do is wait for the trade to go into profit and then bring my trailing stop into play. So what I would do, okay, is I'll do something like this, okay? Price has dropped now, okay? I'm now gonna bring this here. So this is my stop loss. So I'm now locking in profit. I'm locking in at the minute 12 pips, okay? So I'm now gonna delete my take profit. Okay, I'm going to bring it down to the next target, which is here. Okay, so my next, here we go. See what happens. Okay, we continue down. Okay, so again, I'm going to bring my stop loss down again, locking in those profits. I'll bring it down to the next support area, which is here. You can see here. Again, I'm going to move my take profit down as well. The reason why I still have my take profit is just because if I'm not around on the charts to do this manually, I know I've at least locked in some profits or I've got my take profit hit. So we'll carry on going down. Okay, we pull back a little bit, and then I believe now that would have been my take profit hit. Or it would have done. I think, yeah, this one would have hit. So that would have given me a nice 62 pips. I think that was probably a 1-to-3, 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. So yes, using a trailing stop here was very good, and yeah, I would have made some money here. So we'll carry on again. I'll do another 2 more trades and then we'll call that a day. Okay, price comes back up. Thought I had a little signal there, we didn't. Okay, prices pulled back up again. Oh, stop. Okay, well, I wouldn't trade this. Okay, the reason why I wouldn't trade this is because this is market open. You can see, you can't see down here, but we've gone from the 21st of April to the 24th of April. So this is a market open, and I never trade market open. So I wouldn't take that signal. And I wouldn't take that signal either. So I'm not taking any of these trades. Okay, just because look at the big jumping gap. That you don't want to be trading when the market's like that. So we continue up. Like I said, I'm going to be trading this probably I'm going to be trading it this week, next week, and over the next month as well. Just kind of showing you how it performs. And we can actually do, hopefully, I can actually show you some before and after setups of live trading. Okay, we're in a downtrend at the minute. I might get a signal here any minute. Let me just see what happens. Nope, binary destroyer didn't give me a signal. That wasn't a signal either. We come back up into the sell zone. Okay, massive uptrend. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, we get a sell signal, buy signal. We'd come into the buy zone. Price is in a massive uptrend at the minute. Okay, stop. That, my friend, was a signal. Okay, would I take this trade? Let me go back to the charts. Yes, I would take this trade. Okay, another good setup of momentum slowing down. Okay, let me get rid of this here. Okay, and we'll go to exactly what happened. Imagine this, binary destroyer sends me a signal to my phone. Okay, first of all, I'll do my analysis. I can see the market is slowing down. The momentum is slowing down because we create a higher high. Momentum in the RSI goes lower. So momentum slowing down. Have we got some resistance area on the 4 hour? Okay, well, it's such an uptrend. Okay, I can't even see. But again, look at the momentum slowing down on here. Okay, big push up here, momentum starting to slow down. So I would probably again take this trade, but I'll be very wary of the fact it's in a strong uptrend. So I'd probably have a very high stop loss on up this, probably up here, maybe 50 pips. So we'll go 50 pips stop loss. Again, my take profit will probably be at the bottom of this zone here. And what I would do on this occasion is again using a trailing stop loss. So I'll zoom in here and we'll do this exactly if this was live. Bring this up like that. So you can actually see. Okay, that's better. Remember, my stop loss is up here somewhere, you can't see it. Okay, so we should drop any minute now below this EMA. Normally when we're okay, no, we continue up. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So that was my spike down, and luckily I missed it. So I was going to bring my stop loss down. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just bring my stop loss now to break even, which is here. So for me, this is now a risk-free trade. You know, I'm either going to make money or I'm breaking even. So for me, this is a risk-free trade. I would be happy now, whatever the result is. So we'll carry on next bar. Hopefully we drop down. Okay, I'm now going to lock in some profits now. Okay, I'm locking in. I'm just going to bring this to maybe 24 pips. So I've locked in 24 pips. Remember my take profit. I'm still going to leave that there. Hopefully this gets hit. We come back down. Okay, so I'm again going to bring in my stop loss, bring it down again to the next level. In fact, I'll bring it to the next support area, which is here. So I've now locked in another further 46 pips. So we'll see what happens next bar. Okay, looks like we're going to, in fact, I'm going to just get rid of my take profit. I'm going to bring it down here somewhere, and hopefully we can just keep riding this trend down. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I think we're going to continue to drop. No, we pull up. Oof. Oh no. Okay, so we hit our stop loss at the top here. So either way, I've made a nice 48 pips on this trade. Okay, nice. So I'll do one more trade now, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I get a setup very soon. So yes, okay, we're coming to that downtrend. Look at that big move. Look, the buy and short pretty much, right? This is what I love. This is what I love about the AND strategy, okay? Is it pretty much captures the top of this uptrend. Look at that. Pretty much right at the top. If I draw that resistance area, look at that. Pretty much nice double top. You can see that better on the 4 hour. We got into a trade around, I think it was here. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful setup on the higher time frames. Hopefully we continue down on this. Okay, stop, okay. I got another signal. Now, this is a setup that I would avoid, okay? I'm glad we got the setup here because I can actually explain to you a trade that I would avoid, okay? The reason why I'd avoid this is, imagine we got buy and short sends me a signal to my phone, okay? Is the fact that we made a higher high on the RSI, okay? So for me, I've drawn that completely wrong. What am I doing? Okay, is for me, this confirms, I've drawn that wrong again, but this confirms to me price is going higher, RSI is going higher, the momentum is still strong. So that's telling me there's a lot of bullish momentum. Again, you can see on the RSI on the 4 hour charts, there's no real sign the market is going to reverse. So I would not get into a trade here. Okay, I mean, this trade might win. And in fact, it does win. Okay, this trade would have won. Oh, in fact, no, it wouldn't have won. Okay, would have lost it. Okay. No, that was not a signal, so I'm not taking that one. So we'll take one more trade, everyone, and then we'll see what happens. Price is chopping around a bit here. You can see that initial trade here at the top here. So we're going into a... Okay, random spike, don't like that. If I get a signal like this, so if I get a signal at the top of random spike, I don't like trading that. Okay, didn't get a signal there either. Remember, this is the 1 hour charts, everyone, so we're not going to get in signals every single day. And you've also got to remember, this is one currency pair. So obviously, you know, like I said, if I was trading this, I would have maybe 20 currency pairs loaded up, and then I would literally just sit here, get signals, and then decide if I want to get into a trade or not, which is really good. You know, it's a good little strategy to have because you're letting the buyer and shorter do the analysis to give us a trade, give us a signal, and then we would obviously do our own analysis on top of that to see if we want to get into a trade. So no signals yet, everyone. Okay, that wasn't a signal. Okay, so I don't want to get into a trade there. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, we're coming back up to this sell zone at the top here. Look at that. Look at, almost see this area of some resistance at the top. Still no signals. Okay, popped a signal, then it disappeared. I think, everyone, that was... No, that wasn't a signal. Buy and short did not give me a signal. We might get a signal here, though, because we're in that sell zone. We're waiting for... No. Stop. Okay. Okay. Funny enough, I've got two signals. Look, one left, right, and center. Okay. Right, okay. Let's go back to the charts and we'll go over our first signal. That was a... Okay. Yeah, it was a signal. You can see your USD, binary show a signal up. Okay, would I take this setup? Again, look at the momentum slowing down in the RSI. Look at it. Okay, you know, you can see prices heading down. The momentum in the RSI is kind of bottomed out on the 30 level here. So to me, nothing's really happening. We're not going any lower. Have we got resistance on the 4 hour? Yes, perfect. Look at that. This is almost like a break and retest. If I bring it up here, you can see price continues up, creates a high, creates another high, then breaks that resistance area, comes back down, and then we get a break and retouch. You see that here? You can see that perfect break and retouch of support and resistance. So I can see it nicely on the 4 hour. We go back down to the 1 hour, and then you can almost see that area of resistance. If I bring it up here, you can see that break and retouch. Again, momentum slowing down in the market. I know this is a winner, okay? I'd probably bring a stop loss down here. Again, locking in, that would be what, 30 pip stop loss. Again, I would not use a take profit. Well, I'd use a take profit, okay? Take profit at the top of the zone here, okay? But again, I would use a trailing stop on this occasion. Now, I almost knew that trade was going to be hit. So, there's no point going over that. That trade would have given me 70 pips, but I knew that trade was a winner anyway. So, we'll go with that one, a winner. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much. Okay, but we got another signal here now. Now, looking at my initial trade at the bottom here, I know we've just broken and retouched support, okay? So I wouldn't take this trade because I already know I'd be buying the market on this occasion, right? The last thing I want to do now is sell the market. So I wouldn't take this trade, okay? Now, what I am looking at, funny enough, is look at the momentum on the 4 hour slowing down. You notice this here? We go up, momentum slows down. So I would not take this trade, okay? But I've got a funny feeling this might come back down again to this level. I've just got a funny feeling, right? Because normally when you get setups like this, they normally come back down to this resistance or support level. Let me see what happens, okay? Okay, so yeah, okay, you could, let me see what happens. Okay, we are slowly going down here. Let me see, just speed it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, so we lost, okay. We lost this setup. I wouldn't have took this setup anyway, but yeah, as you can see, I want to see if the price comes back down to this support area here. No, it doesn't. Price can. Oh, fact, that was a signal, I believe. This was a signal. Let me see if that was a binary destroyer signal. Now, if this was a signal, again, I would not take this setup because there's no sign to me the market is reversing. Okay, let me just see if it was. Yeah, so this was a signal. Again, I would not take this trade. Again, this is another spike in the market with a signal that I wouldn't take. Look at the RSI. There's no sign to me the market's slowing down, so I wouldn't take this trade. But funny enough, okay, now look what happens, okay? Look here, right? Look, we notice how we come back up. We almost form a perfect double top here, okay? This, if I bring it up here, look at the RSI now. Momentum slowing down, and we create a higher high, almost a double top pattern here. So even though I wouldn't got into the signal, I might have entered again, I might have entered on the break below of this 10. So I would probably, if this was live, I got the signal to my phone, I would look at the higher time frames. Yeah, you know what, I'd take this trade. I would take this trade, not on the signal arrow, but on the fact that momentum slowing down on the 4 hour. You can see that here, okay? So I would have got this signal to my phone and I would have looked at this and I've gone no, but then maybe 4 or 5 hours later, I would have seen the price slowing down on the 1 hour. I would have seen the close below the 10. So yeah, I would take this trade, not on the signal arrow, but 4 or 5 hours later. Again, stop loss above the high here. Again, I'm going to use a take profit here, but then I will use a trading stop. So I'm just going to, just for the sake of it, get into a trade at the close of this candlestick here. So I'll make this white so you can see where my entry would have been. I'll make it red so you can see it was a sell trade. So we'll see what happens, okay? We come back down. Okay, again, I'm just going to lock in these profits now. Again, I'm going to lock in. So there we go. I'm now break even. Not going to win. I'm not going to lose. This is a risk-free trade. So next bar, I'm going to bring my take profit down a level. So we'll see what happens. Next bar, we pull up. Okay, bang. Did that get hit? I hope it did. I think my take take profit got hit. So yeah, again, okay, that was me, another 68 pips. But again, remember, I would have used the price action rather than an arrow to get into a trade here. So yes, I hope you enjoyed today's trading video, trading session on the 1 and 4 hour charts. Again, this is something I will be doing more with you as the weeks go on. Again, I'll bring you another trading session on Thursday. I hope you enjoyed today's trading session. My name is Jamie Palmer, and this is The Binary Destroyer.